Servus and welcome. I'm Vera at Spilled Coffee Crafts, and today I take you with me when I figure out how to turn this sign that I made for my studio a few weeks ago to turn into a recording sign for my studio. Enjoy the journey. Yeah, maybe third time does the trick. Words are hard today. Okay, I try to give you a coherent explanation what I try to do for this recording sign. This is the general idea. I have this paper bag that where I cut off the bottom of the bag and I put in two eyelets here, and this will be crunched up similar to these two pieces. This piece you might already recognize. That's also what I used for the header of my YouTube channel and for my Ko-Fi shop and all of this. This is my current logo for Spilled Coffee Crafts. And I made these signs a few weeks ago just because I liked the look of this corrugated cardboard piece. Yeah, and this will be glued on here on the crunched up bag. And this part is the bottom of the bag that I cut off. You can still see here the folding lines and the paper, and this is quite deliberately. I want to show that this is the bottom of the bag. It should look like it's still the complete bag. It's folded up, flat, and hanging on my door, kind of this impression. And here will go these letters that say enter. And these letters are made from fun foam. That's what I have. I don't have a die cutting machine. And yeah, I don't have one, and I think it will take some time until I get one. Now I'm still resisting. Okay, so these letters is what I have, and I will make them do. So this will come here. I will also try to crunch them out a little bit more so they don't look like the really toy things they are at the moment. The color itself is okay with the sign, but still a little bit of crunch doesn't hurt, right? So this will be glued on here, and this is how this sign will usually appear on my door. There will be some kind of a closure, like a small hook or something that holds this part up. And this needs holding up because this part will be connected to the main part with these, either with these bookbinders rings or with these split rings that you use for keys. For now, I use, of course, these ones because I want to mount them and dismount this part again and again and again, and it's easier to use these ones. So, okay, so the idea was here is enter. Please still have in your mind the word enter here, the Spilled Coffee Craft sign here. And when we release the hook or the closure or whatever, this can fall down. And here will be the word recording. So this will look similar to this one from the design. And it will say recording, and on this part there will be some kind of decoration that says something like, yeah, keep out, don't enter, something like this. So I can release this part when I'm recording and everyone knows in my house that they shouldn't come in. Yeah, that's the general idea. For this bottom part, I made some experiments how I want to have this. So, and it has this, oh yeah, now it's showing up quite because this is dry now. And it has these crackers. It's not the same crackers that you get when you use crackle paste. Crackle paste gives you this crackling that looks like dried out earth or dried concrete, something like this. The medium I used is this one, and it's a completely different process to use this. I will show you when we do this on the back. But it is supposed to give you this weathered look effect. So not a crackle like the floor is crackling, it's more like peeling off paint. If there are more different layers of paint on a piece of wood and it's old and the sun has been burning it and everything, then it's peeling off, and this medium is supposed to give you this kind of effect. And it's, yeah, kind of working. So maybe I did put it on a little bit too thick, or the acrylic paint over it. It's a completely different process. And I will show you once we are doing it on this back. Yeah, that's for now just the idea and what I want to work on. I try to bring you along to all the steps. There is a possibility that I forget to turn on the camera, but I try to be good and show you everything. So first step or last step on these ones is, before we put on the letters, is I'm grunging up the edges. Yeah, I think that's okay. Well, and now we need to figure out how, no, we will leave this aside for now and work on the paper bag, on the base thing here, to give it a similar look as this bottom piece has. And it's simple what we are doing here. This is just acrylic paint. This is a mixture of different acrylic paints where I had different greens and everything, and I put this together in this jar. And this is quite thick paint. It's really more like a paste. You see, there's nothing runny about this one. But that's fine, because I want to have the brush strokes seen on this. So I want the texture here. So I don't want the smooth acrylic paint here. I do want texture. And I'm just using this old brush that I don't care about. And you see, I'm just, and I don't go to the edges. I really, oh, we even need more here. I just want this name of the company covered up, and now we need more. Maybe I also will put some water on here. Do I have my, oh yeah, here's my spray bottle. Just a little bit, because this is really, really pasty. So, and I'm also covering the eyelets. You see, this is really just, and I also already start to crunching up the handles, just with some, and there is, you see, there is no rhyme or reason to it. It's just me putting on paint in a willy-nilly way. And can you see this? I really have the texture of the, because this is such thick paint, I really have the texture of the brush strokes on there. And in this case, this is what I want to have. I want texture, I want structure together with the... And we are putting on the green first because for our crackling process for this medium, guys, I told you in the first bit that I tell you how this is working. And this is a... So I'm just putting my brush in the water. So this is a 3-layer process with this one. It's not as going forward as the crackle paste you might be using. We need to put down a layer of acrylic paint, and this will be the color that is shining through the crackles. So this is why I have green down here. And once this is dry, you apply a layer of this crackle medium, and this also needs to dry. And then it looks exactly as now. There is nothing happening. And only once these 2 layers are completely dry and you put on the 3rd layer, which will be black acrylic ink, not ink, black acrylic paint. When this last layer is drying, the crackles will appear. So, and then it will look like this piece. And what's on this piece is already fine. I try to have the last layer on this piece a little bit thinner from the paint, and I hope that it's even more pronounced on then. Yeah, we will see. For now, I need to let this dry. Maybe I take my hair dryer to it, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm back. This is dry now. I heat it with my hair dryer. And yeah, it's not dry, but I think it's dry enough to work further with it. And the next layer will be this crackle medium now. And I'm putting this on with my silicone brush because I think this should be a... Can you even see? Oh yeah, it looks like it's wet, which, yeah, it is. So, and again, I'm not trying to hit every spot where the color is. It's just, yeah. Okay. And yeah, not too exciting, but now this also needs to dry. This at least feels dry now. Yeah, nothing is coming up. So yeah, I think that's ready for the 3rd layer. And it has a sheen now. This is the only indication that the medium is on there. Yeah, and now the last layer is the black acrylic paint. And I put it on exactly as I did with the other 2 layers, just very roughly with my brush. And I try to have a little bit of a thinner layer for this one. Maybe the crackling will be the crackles will be a little bit bigger when this last layer is not as thick. And I don't try to cover everything of the green. This should look like a rough job, paint job. Nothing neat about this, right? Just, yeah, looking good. Yeah, That's it. And now we need to be patient because I don't take my hair dryer to this layer now. These needs to dry, air dry. Let me see. Oh yeah, we already start seeing the crackling. Nice. Yes, I think the thinner layer of paint on top will make this more pronounced than on the bottom piece. We will see when this is finished. There's just a thick blob of paint that I don't want there. Yeah, so for the moment, that's it. I think I figured out what I want to do to my letters. I just made a test piece. This is just leftover piece of cardboard, black acrylic paint. So, and I think I will be happy with this. This is just some, oh, I will show you on the finished, on the real letters, but what I took, I just put a layer of archival ink over it, and it's soaking a little bit into the, into the letters. You still can see here the original color. And then I'm taking a little bit of a metallic acrylic ink. It's this one. It's, I don't know, is it copper or something? It's a metallic. There is no color name on here. No, it's kind of a coppery goldish thing, and I just put my finger in it and just hit the edges, and it feels nice, not so foamy now. Yeah, and I think I like the look. This is how I will proceed. Yeah, test piece. But first, before we glue anything on here, we need orange splatters. You see also on my sign here, I have these orange splatters and I totally love them. So this is what we need also on this piece. And again, guys, every time you see me grabbing some paint that is not in an original container, it's just something I mixed up from leftover paint. So I can't tell you anything about it. It's just reds and yellows and oranges mixed together. You see, there was some yellow in there, and I got this amazing signal orange that I love. I love, love, love it. So, and we just add some water to it so we get it a little bit more liquid so we can splatter with it. And usually I would use my splatter brush, but yeah, let's get rogue and just use the brush that I have here. Let's see. Yes, you see? Ah, nice. Oh, I love it. Okay, not too much. We still need the dark grungy look, but this is, oh, I pull you near. I show you. Look, orange splatters. Ah. And just like this, the piece has a completely different feeling. Don't you think so? Nicely done. if I say so myself. Okay, we need to let dry this black. That's what we have now. The splatters are dry. We also have these nice craters here. Do you see these ones? I call them crater of impatience. You get these when you splatter your piece and you're too impatient to wait until everything is dry. You take just a paper towel and not immediately. you let it dry a little bit, and then you say, oh, I want to continue. You take a paper towel and you press it on your piece, and then the outer layer of the acrylic paint has already dried, and you pull up the rest of it. Then you get these really nice craters, which I like. Yeah, and this is why I call them crater of impatience, because you didn't have the patience to let them dry. So, but this is looking good now, and we can apply our letters. So this is the piece where we say enter. So, and yeah, here is the line, the paper line from the folded paper from the paper bag. Oh, so, and I want them really near together, so they just need the space where the bag has this straight line. And I think it looks nice this way. Yeah, and I don't bother with getting them on correctly, even in a straight line. I don't mind if they are a little bit wonky and up and down. They are self-adhesive, so they are more or less stickers, but I also will apply glue to them, so I don't want to that they come off once I use these. So give me a second. Oh, they are quite sticky. Yeah, still. Give me a second. So here is my glue, and this is just my regular all-purpose glue that I use for my precision gluing. So, and oh, this is really sticky glue on them. Nice. Still, I will add the additional glue. And now if I put everything on there, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, this can work. Shall I pull you a little bit further in? Hold on. Here you go. So you see better what I do. Just, it doesn't need much. The glue that's already on there is quite sticky. So, and we have, yeah. Also the back pulls off nicely. Also a treat, because I'm also someone who is usually struggling with pulling up the back from stickers, but not in this case. And you might ask, why does the T have a different color? And there is a very simple explanation. It's just because I couldn't find one that has the light color. These letters come in all kind of different colors, and I think there should be each letter in each color more than once, but I already used them for a few things, and yeah, I searched and searched and I couldn't find a T in the same color, so okay, I took the one that has a darker color. It's my N. Yeah, this is how an N is looking. So, And the main thing why I even got those, I show you. Another tangent, sorry. The thing why I got those were because they are also numbers. And then I made this texture plate from jelly printing. And you see, these are all O's. And there are X's and O's. There's the word denim, the word awesome. These are parts from the middle of O's. These are numbers. Yeah, this is why I got them. I didn't use. I also have these animals, but I don't like them. Yeah, this was the main part, but there was a ton and ton of these letters. I don't know, 1,000 pieces or something like this. And now I'm stuck with them and I need to use them, but I think we can make them work. Yeah, this is looking good. Enter. Yeah, and we also put it on, right? They are at the bottom side, that's fine. Okay, then let's see if we can crunch them up a little bit more. What I did with my test piece, where I just went over these with my ink pad. So, and I think even with this is looking a little bit nicer because they have the lighter color, and so they don't get so dark with the black ink. You see, already looking much nicer and not so clean anymore. And let's see, because I thought this lighter green. Oh, I need to put you out a little bit more. Hold on. So I think the greens work nicely together. Yeah, we can make this work. I can make this work. You need to view and watch me trying to figure this out. You can try yelling at me. Maybe I hear you. Yeah. Okay, that's the first part. And then let's see, is this still? It's just, this is a little bit of the color I used for my test piece, and this is still not hardened, so I can. Oh, do you see me? But I need more. The good thing with this is you don't need much. It's really just put a little bit on your finger and rub most of it again. Can you see it? So, and it's just, and then you lightly touch the edges. So you try only to hit the edges. And there is barely any glue on my finger, so it's really just a hint. Oh, I think we need a little bit more. Let's be adventurous. And you always can put on more. It's not easy or impossible to put some away again. So take your time if you also try this a little bit of a time at a time. And we try to hit the edges. Also here with the R. So how is this looking? Let's see. Not too bad. Let's see. Here is the sign that will be up there. Yeah, I think this can work. So everything is dry now, also the back. And I use the time to go stash diving. And I found these two pieces that would possibly be a closure for the flap to come down. And both of them have a problem. I absolutely, okay, give me a second. I pull you in a little bit more so you can see them. Okay, so let's start with this piece. And yeah, crafting fingers. This piece is a ring on a little bit of leather that I could easily attach. And then there is this piece that goes up to release this ring. You see? Good. That's fine, but I hope I can show you. When it's opening, it also moves this little spring here because, and when you totally open it, there is this spring part. Oh, I think you can see it like this, okay? And this is moving, right? So, and it needs space here to move this because this is moving down. And if I have this completely flat on my piece, and I think it's a closure more for a kind of bag or something, then this would be on fabric and the fabric would be giving, right? But the cardboard, not so much. So maybe I could have, and I'm not sure if I, yeah, I would have the, no, I pull it, give me a sec, wrong direction, so like this. Okay, and I would need to put this one on here. Here's the opening. Yeah. This one I would need to attach on the back. So if I put this in here, close up. So this would be here. This would be attached here. Yeah. And then I want to open it and release this ring, right? Yeah. And so I could cut a hole here in the cardboard so this piece has something to move into. What's going on with my focus? Let me check, guys. So I hope this is working again. Yeah. So yeah, I really want to make this work because I love this piece. It looks great. Yeah. If I can't make this work, and this would mean that I need to cut a hole in here. Oh, again, out of focus. Not out of focus, but out of the frame. So I would need to cut a hole here where this part can move into, which is fine. I don't have a problem with cutting a hole in here. It's just, if it doesn't work, then I have a hole in a piece that I don't need. I could make something like this without the frayed edges. Let's see. The other piece I found is this one, which is easier because I can open this and then this releases, right? So there's nothing that needs space on the bottom or something. This is an easy one. I just need to know the one of these parts needs the way to move up and so it can't be completely rigid. So what I would need to do is I would need to have a piece of fabric in each of these rings here, so this can move, which all is fine. I can do it. This is still on the, so the fabric would go under this sign, which is also fine. It even could go over it. Yeah. The only problem I have, I want to use the other piece. It's so much cooler, right? I can crunch this up a little bit. It's not so shiny. It is silver, and also the eyelets are silver. I'm not sure. I need to figure this out. I really want to use this one. And I think I go ahead. I think I try to mount this one on here. And even if it doesn't work and I need to take this apart again, this would then maybe cover up the hole that I need to make. Or we can utilize the hole for mounting this or whatever. Yeah, guys, for this process, I don't take you along. I need to fiddle around. Yeah, try to. I bring you in once I have the finished closure. Yeah, and then you see how it went. Well, I think I made it work. And look, it's this one, my favorite one. I think this will work. What I did to make it work is, as already mentioned, I made a hole in there and I made it so it's similar to this one here on this piece. I just had it in the other direction, so because we also need to decorate this one, because yeah, you see, because when this is coming down, this also needs to be decorated. So I stepped it in the right place. Can you see it here? Yeah. And then, and now, I hope you can see this piece here. Oh, how can I make it this? Oh yeah, I think now I can see. You see? Now this piece has enough room to move down there. Yeah. And I only need to mount this piece, and I will only mount this here with one braid here. So this is quite loose, so I don't need to open this completely. I just need it a little bit, and then this has enough room to go over this little metal piece and release the flap. Oh, I'm so happy I could make this work. Huh. And yeah, I mounted it on this cardboard piece. I sewed it on. Yeah, it will not win a sewing contest, but it's on there good enough and not looking too shabby, I think. And it should do the trick. And I also went ahead and already roughed up here the edges of this piece, because yeah, it was just with all these pristine edges and everything. No, it can't be. We need to roughen this up a little bit. So I already, and what I do for this, and guys, I'm doing it like this. There are tools for doing this. I'm doing it like this, and please be careful if you're also doing it only with a scissors that you hurt yourself, that you don't hurt yourself. What I do is I take my piece, my cardboard piece, and then I take my scissors and I roughen up the edges, right? So, and when I'm happy, and I also made a scratch here. So, and I don't need this to be completely completely worn and torn and everything. I also made a little notch here. It's just, you see, also on the back side, it looks just too new. And I also started to roughen up here the edges. So this is what we want, right? So also here, this is a piece that's already worn. Yeah, much better. And then I will also take some ink, not the black one, but, and you already have this hole here, right? So, and I will also take my ink, my brown ink. Most likely I will use, what will I use? Walnut stain or ground express, so one of these, and I will go over these edges so they are not that light, but they have a dark, already old and worn look to them. You see, already looking much better. And still the surface here is, but we need to decorate this, and then we will see how this is looking. For now, I'm quite happy that I was able to use this closure here, or this release hook, however we will call it. So the only thing for the closure that we need to do is to mount this here, and I will simply put this in, have a braid here, then we should be golden. And we can even mount this over this braid. Yeah, I don't care if this is hidden a little bit, this will be fine. And then I also already went ahead and I also will start to roughen up the background, so the back itself. So I already torn it here. I put in some, no, how is this called? Paper, no, it's not a paper clip, a staple. Oh, sorry, it's already late, guys, sorry. I stapled this shut here, but still I will make some folds, yeah, and tear some bits. Also take my ink to it. So let's see, this can't stay as it is, as pristine and new. So and there is, it's really just be rough with it. There's no rhyme and reason to it. It's just do what you feel right doing. You see, you can roll these edges a little bit so they're not laying flat. Yeah, I won't do anything to this edge because this is already roughened up, and I won't risk that have a hole here or something that will weaken this, because this is very lightweight, but still this needs to move here. So nothing done to this edge, but yeah. And next time you see this, there will be, yeah, some ink also on this part. So okay, shall we, but we don't need to, also we don't need to do too much to it, as we, oops, no, that's the wrong piece, as we already also mount this piece on here. So some of the things we do will be covered, but that's fine, we know they are there. Yeah, okay, so the one thing that really needs, oh, there are two things we need to do. One, we need the recording letters here, and I will do this off camera. Yeah, it's the same process I did here. I will glue the recording letters on here. They are orange. I will, yeah, crunch them up a little bit, add a little bit of this metallic, so it should look like this V here when I'm finished. a little bit lighter because there is also this combination of light and dark colored letters. Yeah, and then we need to decorate the back side here with keep out, recording, keep out, don't enter. I already have an idea for this too. But once I'm doing this, I'll bring you along again. So see you then. Well, this is the finished piece. I forgot to press record for the last steps, but you didn't miss much. I will show you the finished piece. So I mounted the already finished sign with some staples here on top. You already saw that I attached my closure or my hook thingy, and I just added the bread here, and it is totally covered. It's a screw head, but you can't even see it because yeah, it's covered by the sign. Then what I also did, I added a little bit of the metal acrylic paint also to the surface of the moving part, and here to the edges, so it needed a little bit of light. It was a little bit dark. This is what I did here, and then I also added some green splatters, so we have a coherent color scheme here. So then when I added the recording. This is where we left, right? So I just glued it on, I crunched it up exactly as I did with this side. So this was only rinse and repeat. Yeah. So crunched it up, added the metallic acrylic, added a little bit to the background, also did additional orange and green splatters here, and then I decorated this bottom part, which it looks amazing, right? But it is not much, so you didn't miss much. All that I did is I have this washi tape. These are these rolls. Yeah. So, and I put it on the back side here. You already saw that I crunched up all the edges and everything. And once I glued it on, I also added dark brown acrylic paint that I watered down quite a lot and washed over the whole piece. So, and on the washi tape, you see, it really made this cool, dirty, wet, mud staining effect. It looks gorgeous, really grungy. I like it. So, and then I just, to lighten it up again, I added some orange and green splatters, and that's it. That's the finished piece. So thank you for following along. I hope you like this thing. And I will add a short clip that shows you the sign mounted on my studio door here. And till the next time, see you.